everybody. I'm the Notorious B.I.V. and this is my boy, Paulie G.
Hello.
Um. So yeah. So this is going to be things I don't like. But first, something I did like, Thunderbolts. Because we were talking about the Captain America movie, and like one of my main gripes with it was just that like we've seen that all before. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing superhero stuff at this point, there's got to be something. You got to do something just a little different. You know what I mean? And Thunderbolts, I thought, did all right in that category.
Nice. How would you rate Captain America: Brave New World on a 1 to 5 scale, and how would you rate Thunderbolts on a 1 to 5 scale?
I give Thunderbolts a 3.
Oh, really? So not that great.
It's pretty great. I mean, it's fairly low key. I don't know. Do you want me to give it a 4?
Well, I'm just asking you what you'd rate it. Well, what would you give a 4 or a 5?
I don't know. You know, like, I think we've talked about this before, but like when I watch like a YouTube video or something, like to give it a thumbs up, it's got to be like something exceptional.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Like I don't just like every video I watch, you know?
Sure.
Are you like that?
I've watched so many YouTube videos without ever liking them, and then just recently, like in the last week, I was like, oh, I guess I should actually say that I like a video if I really liked it. But sometimes I watch a video and there's already like 6.4 thousand people who liked it, so I'm like, does it really matter that I also liked it? But then I think, well, maybe it's going to give YouTube, it lets YouTube know the kind of videos I like, so it'll suggest other videos for me to watch.
Maybe it's a generational thing, but I'm like,
you don't give everything 5 stars because then it means nothing.
Exactly.
I totally agree with
that.
I totally agree with that.
So it's like if you want to thumb, by the way, like this video, okay? Don't be like me. Like give us a thumbs up. But but so like it's got to be like something that I watch and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that was awesome.
Okay.
That was amazing.
And it wasn't that.
No.
Okay. How about Captain America: Brave New World?
A 2, probably.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. There's honesty for you right there.
But like things that I've thumbed up. Okay, Kung Fury. Do you remember Kung Fury?
No.
You haven't seen Kung Fury?
Have I?
I thought you have.
That doesn't ring a bell.
I thought I would have told you about that. Okay, well then you have to watch Kung Fury, Paul.
Okay, I still have a list from our video about horror movies, like scary movies that are really good, that I haven't seen any of those, so I'll have to put it on my list.
Okay.
But you know what? 2 more weeks of school, baby, and then I'm out for the summer. And then
oh my gosh,
I can watch all the movies I want to and keep getting paid.
Paulie G gets his summers off.
Well, I say keep getting paid. I really get paid less every month because I take my summer off. But still, I keep getting paid during the summer.
So as a teacher, you have the option to like get paid, to have your pay like the same every month, and you still get the summer off. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
And you take that option?
Well, yeah, because otherwise I would get no money during the summer. That'd be really bad.
But in the past, you have like gotten like a summer job.
Yeah, I'm looking for a summer job now.
Oh. So you still it's prorated throughout the year, but then you get a summer job just for extra.
Yeah, so people are like, oh, well, you're so lucky you get 2 weeks off for Christmas. Well, yeah, but it's not paid. You know?
Got it.
It's prorated. Hey, if you're looking for someone to teach you Spanish, I have plenty of time this summer.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway.
Paulie G teaches Spanish.
What is it called? Kung Fury?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll have to check it out.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
Yeah?
It's about 30 minutes long.
Oh, it's just a short little video.
Yeah, and this guy from Sweden, it was just this guy from Sweden who like decided to make this little mini movie thing, you know, and he like maxed out all his credit cards and whatever, and like made this movie,
Oh wow.
and it was awesome. It's hilarious, but and I won't really tell you the plot or anything.
I appreciate that.
But then after that, there were these talks of, oh, he's got these other projects happening, whatever, and like I never heard of any of them again. Like I never saw him again.
Oh.
So it's just great. It's basically like a 1980s, like it kind
Martial arts
of
film.
kind of riffs on like 1980s like action films, basically.
A friend of mine yesterday told me about a movie, I think it's from 2007, called Undercover Brother, that's totally making fun of like African American culture in the 70s.
Oh really? I've heard the name of the movie. I can't really like. I don't know what it's about.
Super silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a spy movie. It's like if you were to do like a like what are the silly spy movies? Like the Pink Panther or what's the other one where he like talks on his phone on his shoe for a phone. Anyway, it's like a silly spy movie, but it's like all African American culture.
Is it like making fun of like blaxploitation type 70s movies, like Shaft and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really funny. There's a scene where he has to like you'd normally like put in the secret code, and instead it's like this giant hand, and he like does all this crazy stuff like handshakes, like, yes, you have soul. You can pass, it's just like silly.
So yeah, okay.
He's got this giant afro and this really cool suit. And
it sounds like Airplane or something.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not that kind of flavor of humor. Anyway, you want to talk about things you don't like?
That's right.
Okay. All right. Now, we started on a positive slant.
Thing number one, I hate when people say they lost their life.
People say they lost their life? That sounds like they died.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about. When do people say that?
It's like a euphemism for dying. They'll say, like, oh, so-and-so lost their life. Haven't you ever heard that?
No.
You haven't?
Like, give me an example.
Like, oh, there was a fire in a building and 10 lives were lost.
Oh.
Like
so it is people losing their lives.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about people saying like, oh man, I lost my life last weekend, and they're just being dramatic or something.
Well, that's why I don't like it, because it's like, what do you mean you lost your life? Like, you were sitting on the couch and it fell into the couch cushion or something? That's stupid.
10 lives were lost?
Just say they died. Okay? Thing number two. I hate when people say, the American people.
How come? Because there's all these different people with different opinions and different cultures.
No, just say Americans.
Oh.
Like the American people think, but like, it's like you're just trying to sound important or something. Just say Americans think, blah, blah, blah. Or like, the American people the Americans won't put up with what, I just don't say the American people. No, no one speaks for the American people, right? No one does.
All right.
Just say Americans.
Okay.
Number three. I hate. So this stems from a video that I just watched on YouTube the other day. It was this guy. Like, okay. So he went to see this concert of. Remember Queensryche?
I guess not.
Well, Tony was a big Queensryche fan. You know?
Okay. I mean, that vaguely sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you anything about them.
Okay. Well, so Queensryche and their singer Jeff Tate have split up or whatever for a while. But anyway, Jeff Tate was doing the show of the entire album of Operation Mindcrime. It was this big concept album where some guy joins some shady underground resistance thing and falls in love with this nun and ends up killing her and then goes crazy. And anyway, it's a classic album.
Okay.
Okay, classic Queensryche. Probably one of their most popular albums. So this guy is like, oh yeah, Queensryche's really awesome, whatever. And I went to this concert of Jeff Tate, and I like whatever. And then he shows the thing, and we're like watching the concert, and you know, like Jeff Tate's not like as good as he once was. You know what I mean? Like he's older now. Some of the higher parts and stuff, he doesn't go there. And he had like this female singer that like did some of the high parts and whatever, right? And I'm like, and this is what I don't like. Okay, I don't like, why do people have to like make their favorite band like this bigger thing than it is? Or like they want to like immortalize their favorite band, right? You know what I mean? Like, and I think it stems from like you have the Rolling Stones and stuff like that. They're like they're like 80 and they're still playing or whatever, right? Or the Grateful Dead, or I don't know, like bands like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like not every band is gonna like do that. Like what? Like just let them die, let them go. You know, like let them gracefully retire or whatever. You know what I mean? Like why do you want to keep your favorite band alive forever? I mean, I understand. I mean, like we have the recordings, right? Like you can pull out your favorite CD or whatever and listen to it. Like that's cool, right? But like just being like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go see this band, you know,
Depeche Mode.
Yeah, or whatever. And they're like
they're in their 70s or whatever. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I mean, like say Oingo Boingo came. Like we used to be into Oingo Boingo, right? I saw them a couple times in concert, whatever. Say they were gonna.
So you know what happens with them every year?
What?
They all come. Well, I don't know if they all come. Most of the members of the band come every year, minus Danny Elfman, and it's called Members of Oingo Boingo, or Previous Members of Oingo Boingo, or something like that. And they have a new lead singer who's really awesome. He was like a young guy.
Okay.
But it's interesting to watch them. They are older.
Yeah.
I've seen them, and like they got their music out, and it's like papers are falling, and they're just kind of like doing the best they can. But they're, you know, I'm trying to think of their names.
See, I wouldn't go see that. I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like,
I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I also kind of feel bad for them. Like,
but you saw it once. Did you see it?
Twice.
Oh, you saw it twice.
I think.
Okay.
Didn't I go see them twice? I think I did.
All right.
But obviously I enjoyed them a lot more when it was, you know, they were all young and healthy and strong. And
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess like,
maybe I only saw them once. I can't remember. It's been a long time.
I guess I would. There are some bands I would go see just to be like, oh, I saw them or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I guess. But for the most part, I'm just like...
The Notorious B.I.V. and I used to work at we used to work at the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
In Salt Lake City, where big, huge concerts would take place.
Yeah.
And when the parking lot was full, if there were still openings, if there were still open seats in the at the Salt Palace,
well, it wasn't even if there were seats.
We could go in and for free and see the concert, right?
Yeah, we would just go up to the security guy or the door guys, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, go on in."
Yeah, they'd let us in for free. So
yeah,
I think we saw. Did we see Def Leppard? Or was it AC/DC? I just remember...
It was we saw the Scorpions.
Is that who it was?
I think it was the Scorpions.
I remember seeing some heavy metal band, and I remember it was really weird because that was not my style of music. I like to dance. And and then everyone's just kind of like banging their heads, and I was like, okay, I guess that's the culture of this concert is nobody's dancing. They're just kind of all banging their head, you know, head banging.
Yeah. It was funny, too, because back then, too, like you could... Everyone was smoking. Like you could smoke in there.
Totally. And so just like huge cloud of smoke.
So
it wasn't Def Leppard, because I think Def Leppard was actually sold out, and they wouldn't let us in because there wasn't space.
Oh, really?
If I remember correctly.
But yeah, But yeah, you go and like if you go to a concert, you just like smell like smoke afterwards. It was nasty. That's not the case anymore now, is it?
No.
Funny how things change. But anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I hear you. Let people. I mean, I guess it depends. I guess it's different if the band wants to keep going on tour, or if they're like doing it because they feel like they have to for their fans or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of bands just like need the money. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's kind of how I felt about these guys. I was like, oh, I guess these guys need the money and they make money doing this. But I felt bad because I'm just like, these guys are so old.
I know. I just don't.
Are they enjoying this, or are they doing it because they have to? You know?
Yeah, I guess if you're still, I mean, if you're a musician, you probably still enjoy playing music or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wouldn't. I don't know. I like to. I guess I just like to move on a lot. You know, like I have old. You know, I'll listen to older bands and things from time to time, but for the most part, I just like to find other things, right?
Sure.
I mean, there's new music all the time, right?
Right. Exactly.
And I don't want to be my friend who was like at my last or at a high school reunion I went to. It was like, oh, like 90s music, that's where it's at or whatever. Like that's the cool stuff. And I'm like, really? Like, okay, you're just gonna listen to 90s music for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I have a college friend or friend acquaintance who just loves going to concerts of bands from back then, like 80s bands that she liked when she was in high school, you know. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
If I had a chance to see like the B-52s in concert or something, that'd be cool. But I'm also like interested in like who are people that are, you know, like I went to a Bruno Mars concert and that was awesome, you know.
Wow.
He's a really talented musician.
That would be way cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There you go. Those are the things I don't like, Paul.
Okay.
Anything you don't like? You like everything.
Like
Paul.
things that people say.
I don't know.
Here's something that
these are just things that have been on my mind lately.
This isn't something that like super annoys me, but when someone says like, "Oh, it's all good," I'm not a big fan of that phrase.
I don't like "it's all good" either
because it's not all good.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because it's not that big a deal.
I don't like "my bad."
Oh yeah.
My bad. Like, where
is that the closest you're going to come to apologizing?
Yeah. It's just
a student told me that the other day, and I said, I thought in my head, I guess that's his way of apologizing.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I have a relative who hates people saying, so I was like blah blah blah, and he was like blah blah blah. He hates that.
I'm guilty of that.
Oh, I totally say that, and I don't know. I feel like language evolves, and that's just the way people talk.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, I won you.
Instead of I beat you?
Yeah, I hate that.
That's not proper English.
No. Dua Lipa says that in one of her songs. She's like, "You win me every time." I'm like,
oh,
every time.
Oh.
And I like listening to her, and every time I listen to that song, you're just like, okay.
Dua Lipa, there's another example of. See, I have people in my family who don't want to listen to pop radio. Like, they just think it's low brow, like poor quality music. And I'm like, dang, if I didn't ever listen to like top 40 radio stations, I'd never listen to Dua Lipa. And man, I love Levitating. It's like one of my favorite songs.
It's good.
I love that song.
All right. Well, that's about it. Yeah. So tell us what you like or dislike in the comments below. And we'll see you all in the next video.